Alrighty, guys. So One Piece chapter 1163 just dropped, and I had to make a video, dude, because my head is kind of blown. This is like my third take making a video like this because I don't know how to make videos like this. I talk a lot of shit. I ramble. I have a fucking lisp, but whatever. So going into this chapter, and really just reading the last couple of chapters, one of the biggest things that I thought, in like my head canon is like, number one, like, damn, dude, Roger's kind of goofy. We saw him in the Wano flashback. He was kind of serious, seeking the poneglyphs, fucking wanting to discover the secrets of the world. And then we got this Roger that's just fucking around. So number one, I was like, damn, we got this version of Roger, right? Okay, whatever. The other thing was, how is it possible that Rox, while, not being necessarily a good guy or a hero, if anything, he's an anti-hero, how did the battle between him and Garp and Roger come to be, right? Rox is only on this island to get his family out. That's all he cares about. In, out, boom. Roger and Garp are not going to get in his way. If Rox is like, dude, guys, I don't want to fight. I'm just here to get my family out. They'll be like, oh shit, okay, I'll help you, right? So in my mind, I was always like, dude, like how did all of these things like happen, right? So, before reading this chapter, I had a theory in my mind that, Imu was going to do Domi Reversi, and he ended up doing it. And I think it's the only way that you can set up the fight with Roger and Garp and Rox. This is like the only way to set it up, I think, because otherwise it's very unnatural to pit them against one another. Like I said, Rox in and out, get family out. Roger and Garp are not going to get in his way. Sorry, I drank soda. So, so Domi Reversi makes a lot of sense, and I think it's the only way to do it, to set that up. Now, Domi Reversi is presenting a lot of questions, right? Is hockey not enough to overcome it? Is it? I don't fucking know. I could argue, okay? I could argue that Rox is probably the only person in his prime right now during God Valley. I can argue that. Kaido just got his fruit. Big Mom, I don't know. Maybe you can say she's in her prime. I don't know. Just shy of being there. Whitebeard and Roger, I would argue that they're in their prime during the Wano flashback, I would say. So they still have a little bit of ways to go. And then Garp, I don't know. I'm a little indifferent about Garp. I don't know if he's in his prime or not. But without a shadow of a doubt, we can say that Rox is. He knows the secrets of the world. Everybody else doesn't. He knows what emo is. Nobody else knows. He knows what the Davy clan is. Up until now, only the fucking Celestial Dragons know what the Davy clan is. So I argue that Rox is in his prime currently during God Valley. We've seen crazy feats where he killed the Admiral off screen. He was barely scratched. I'm forgetting his name right now, but he would scrap with the Giant King, and very hockey based, right? He doesn't have a devil fruit. So in order to make up for it, his hockey is very strong. So with that being said, for him to still fall prey to Domi Reversi, and we can argue for the sake of argument that he is in his prime, a potential top 10 character of all time, power scale wise, he still fell for Domi Reversi, so that to me tells me that Domi Reversi is cracked. Imu is operating with certain powers that we may not know about just yet, or maybe he just has a crazy devil fruit that might be immune to hockey. I don't know, but up until now, Dory and Brogy, strong characters, dude. They were there with Luffy on Egghead, and they stood up against the Five Elders. So they're not necessarily weak. I wouldn't say they're super strong, but they also fell for Domi Reversi. Rocks, super strong, way stronger than Dorian Broglie, I would argue, still fell for the Domi Reversi. Okay, so up until now, Domi Reversi is cracked and there's no way around it. Okay, and that's very scary because, we have devil fruits here. We both have Whitebeard and Kaido using their devil fruits, and then we have Roger, Garp, and Rocks using Haki. Oh, and Big Mom using her devil fruit too. So we have both Haki and devil fruits, and they still cannot injure Emu. What the fuck is going on? Okay, but that aside, the Domi Reversi is the only way to set up the fight between Rocks, Garp, and Roger. It's the only way. Okay, so what I think is going to happen next, okay, is in the next couple of chapters is Rocks is going to start going berserk, maybe, or maybe he's going to try to fight it to the best of his ability. So he's either going to go berserk or be like, yo, guys, I don't know what the fuck is going on. You guys need to stop me. He's going to go chase after his family. Kaido, more than anybody, is going to get in his way, right? Kaido is going to be confused. He's not going to know what's going on. Maybe Kaido doesn't even know that he's being controlled. Rocks devastates him. What is Kaido thinking now? Dude, my fucking captain betrayed me. Big Mom, right next to Kaido, is going to be like, damn, Rocks betrayed Kaido, and in a way that's a betrayal to me. And what I think that sets up is the narrative that we've seen time and time again. First, when Sengoku and Garp introduced Rocks into the story, and what Big Mom and Kaido would talk about during Wano, saying like, hey, pirates betray one another. There's no such thing as friends and honor and this and that amongst pirates. Pirates end up betraying one another. And I think that's born by the fact that Rocks ends up attacking them. And I don't think they knew that he was being controlled, right? So that's such a pivotal point in the story moving forward. It's huge because it creates the type of characters that Big Mom and Kaido turn out to be. Now they're very distrustful. They're pirates. They're like, dude, fuck you, this and that. I'm only going to use you to attain my goals. It's very important, like for character development wise, for this to happen for both Kaido and Big Mom, So I'm going to put that point aside for now, okay? Because I think that the pirate betrayal narrative is going to be born from this scenario, okay? Because up until now, I know I said I would put it aside, but up until now, dude, Rocks is fighting Emu, right? Kaido fucking flying around. He just got this fucking devil fruit. He sees Rocks fucking fighting, and he's like, dude, save me some. Dude jumps in. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on and jumps in. Big Mom, right behind Kaido, also hops into the fight. Okay? So, what betrayal? Up until now, that narrative does not exist. I wouldn't say that the Rocks crew is perfect, but they definitely have each other's backs. Okay? And I think that this scene right here proves that. And they join in the fight, which one of the best panels of all time, by the way. So I found that very interesting. And that was also in my headcanon prior to this chapter, because the Domi Reversi is pivotal in that narrative coming to be. Okay. And the Domi Reversi also sets up Rocks versus Garp and Roger. Okay, because like I said, Roger and fucking Garp are not going to get in Rock's way. If anything, I think it's going to be a tragic story. Rocks is probably going to kill his wife. They'll probably get there too late and they'll be able to save Teach. Or maybe they think Teach died or something, but we know that Teach survives, but for sure the wife passes away. And I think it's going to be a sad story, like the conclusion of God's Valley because Rox died in a way that went against all his principles. His goal coming into this fucking island was just to save his family. And now he's being controlled to kill them. And now it's up to Garp and fucking Roger to stop him. And I think that that Garp and Roger are going to have a hard time doing it. I think that they are. But then also this leads into my other fucking headcanon idea that Roger up until now, laissez-faire, super fucking chill, right? In this moment in time. We see him in Wano and he's locked in, right? So what changes from now, God Valley, to fucking Wano flashback? What changes? And I think it's God Valley. And I'll explain why. Roger, up until now, has been coasting, having fun. Very similar to Luffy, not doing anything serious, just coasting, blah, 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 ba, boom, boom, boom. But then, after this whole scenario, he's going to have questions. He's going to be like, yo, what the fuck? I know Rogers was a fucking dick, but the way that shit went down, that wasn't rocks, dude. I think Roger's going to know that something happened. He's going to be like, yo, what the fuck was that emu thing, dude? What the fuck was that emu thing talking about how my world is not yet complete? What the fuck is that all about? I think that God Valley is the catalyst that sets Roger up for him to embark on that journey that ends up, in Laugh Tale and everything. Because up until now, he's chilling. He's not doing anything, right? So I think that's what's going to happen with Roger. He's going to get serious, and that's going to be the catalyst for him to discover the secrets of the world. The last point I want to touch that's also very headcanon for me is Blackbeard. Teach, okay? If Rox was still alive, like let's say God Valley never happened, okay? Blackbeard would probably not exist. And I'll tell you why I think that. I think that Blackbeard, as we learn more about his dad and his upbringing, because we know for sure that both his parents are dead and he grew up with nothing. I think he's set out on revenge, if I'm being honest. I don't know how much he knows. He definitely knows a lot. But he's definitely out for revenge. During the Egghead arc, when Kata, Vina, Devon, I'm very bad with names, I'm sorry, and the fucking sniper guy, when they come across Saint Saturn, right? And Kata, Vina, Devon touches his leg, whatever. Saturn was like, what are you guys after? And the sniper guy was like, dude, we're after the world. Oh, okay. But then we have fucking Rox talking to Emu, right? And Rox says the world ain't yours. No one can own the world. That's what I'm assuming. So just there, we have differences in beliefs, right? Where Rox, I'm not gonna lie, very similar to fucking Luffy, freedom, no one can own the world, this and that. Comparison to Teach, where he's like, I want the world. We're after the world. And why I think that is two reasons. It can be two. One, he just wants to see everything crash and burn because he's fucking pissed. Or he's referring the world to Emu. He's calling the world Emu, right? So I remember like a chapter or two ago, Rox was like, people were like, oh, what is that thing? And he was like, oh, that's the world. Whoa. So headcanon, I can see it going one of two ways. Okay. Blackbeard is after the world. Emu, because he knows that Emu basically killed his parents and that's what he's after. And he'll kill anybody to get there. Right. He's basically like Luffy, but like anti-hero vibes. He still wants to take out the main bad guy, but doing it his own way. That's one way of doing it. The other way, I think, is, Blackbeard is just pissed off and he just wants to see the world burn. I don't think that's the case. I think Oda is a little bit more clever and way better than that. So what I think the Blackbeard pirates were talking about, the world, I think that they were referring to Emu. I think. I don't know. But for sure, Rock said that the world ain't yours to Emu. So who does it belong to? Does it belong to somebody else? To Joy Boy? To Blackbeard? Or to nobody at all, right? So we definitely know like where Rock stands, okay? And my final point where I want to wrap it up is I genuinely do think that Emu is the final villain of the story. He has to be. He has to be. And I'll give you 2 reasons off the top of my head. Is one, this double spread right here is going to get redone in the future. This double spread is going to be Luffy and his allies all fighting against Emu, and it's going to be like a duplicate of like what happened in the past and the present. What couldn't have been done in the past is now going to be able to get done in the present. I think that's what's going to happen, and we're going to have like, you know, like, I think it's going to be cool, and I think that's what Oda's going to do. What I'm going to find more interesting though is when that double spread does happen, where Luffy is located. Is he going to be in the middle where Rocks is? Or is he going to be where Roger is? Because what I think that's going to say is, whose will is Luffy actually like inheriting and whatever? It might be Rocks. It might be Rocks. We still don't know what the Davy Clan is. I personally think that they were allies with Joy Boy. If Emu hates you, okay, because we know that they eradicated the Buccaneer race. Why? Because they looked up to Joy Boy. The Davy Clan has to be something similar, where they were allies with Joy Boy. Or maybe another headcanon moment here is if we refer to the mural, and we always spoke about the 2 people never being able to meet, maybe it's a Davy Clan member and fucking Joy Boy. Well, now we know Joy Boy is Luffy. So who is Luffy going to meet? I think personally it might be Teach, where basically they're kind of like, look, dude, we both hate each other. We both have beef with each other, this and that and the other, but we both have the same goal. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, okay? Emu hates both Joy Boy and the Davy Clan. So that's what I think is going to happen with that. And the last point, my other point as to why I think Emu is going to be the last villain of the story is that without God Valley, without Emu involving himself in the story, without God Valley happening, the rest of the story would be completely different. The rest of the characters would be completely different. Roger would have never gotten his shit together and decided to find the secrets of the world. Kaido and Big Mom wouldn't have grown up to be like resentful and not trust anybody. Whitebeard, who always longed for a family, now he lost his family, what he thought was his family, and decides to make his own. Emu has almost inadvertently touched everybody in the story, including Shanks. You know, so that's why I think Emu's going to be the last villain of the story. There's just too much. Like, he has his fingers in almost everybody's pie. Okay? And once Luffy discovers what Emu is, the self-proclaimed king of the world, you know Luffy's not going to like that. Luffy's going to be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, shut the fuck up. You can't be the king of the world. And then Emu's like, no, dude, bitch, I am. Bah. And they decide to, like, fight, you know? Whatever. But so far, like, that's my headcanon. Okay, and I had this headcanon for like maybe like the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I just really wanted to get it out there. Because, you know, now with Domi Reversi happening on Rocks, like, for sure, I can already see the sad ending happening. I think Rocks is going to have a very impactful ending, and this might also fuel Loki's ambitions, right? Because Loki looks up to Rocks the same way Luffy looks up to Shanks. So what I think, we all know that Loki is going to be an ally of the Straw Hat Pirates. We don't know if he's going to join the crew, but he's for sure going to be an ally. He's on the fucking mural, okay? He's on the mural, so at the very least, he's going to be an ally. And the reason why he's going to be an ally is because you know, like they both have the same end goal. They might be completely different, but to them, Emu is the main bad. And then I just thought of something. What if, during Egghead, the Blackbeard pirates were like, yeah, we're after the world. What if Blackbeard takes over Emu and then Blackbeard will be the final boss of the story? That's another fucking crazy fucking thing. Who the fuck knows? All right. But that's my time. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you agree, disagree, comment down below. Let me know what the fuck. And we'll keep talking, no break next week. So thank God. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.